Okay, so multiplying binomials means you're going to take a binomial and you're going to multiply it by another binomial, okay? So the way I learned this in school was called the FOIL method. And so FOIL, if you ever are asked about it, FOIL means first, outside, inside, and last. Okay, and so what it means is that you're going to multiply, and I'll show you this, the first term by the first term in each. Then you're going to multiply the outside terms by each other. Then you're going to multiply the inside terms by each other. And then the last two. It's basically like, okay, you have, let's say, a set of dancers on one side, a set of, let's just say, you're going to have like a do-si-do situation, where usually in that situation, the girls are on one side of the dance floor, the boys are on the other, and the rule is each girl must dance with each boy. Okay, and by dance I mean we're going to multiply in this case. And so what we start with, this girl, right? The first multiplies by the first. So 2x times 3x gives me 6x squared. Outside, though, this girl now, swing your partner, do-si-do, right? So they let go of hands, and now you got to find a new partner. So then this girl now partners with this guy and they swing do-si-do. So 2x times negative 7 is negative 14x. Now, what about this girl? She's not just going to sit there sad and lonely. She wants to dance too, okay? And so this girl, at some point dances. This is inside 4 and 3x. So 4 times 3x is positive 12x, right? Yeah. They let go, and then 4 dances with negative 7, and that's going to give us negative 28, no x. And then you look at it and go, can I add any like terms? Yeah. What can go together? Negative 14x. Yep. Okay, so negative 14x and positive 12x is going to go together, giving us what? Negative 2x. So our final answer is going to be 6x squared minus 2x minus 28, giving us a what kind of nomial? Trinomial. That's right. This is the way I learned when I was in school. Now on the next one, I'm going to show you a method I learned as a teacher, actually. So here is a binomial times a binomial again. There's another method called the box method, and it only works when we're multiplying. And we could have done it with the last unit, but it would be it's not really necessary. It's more work than you need. But when we start getting binomials and trinomials, this is sometimes easier. So what you do is you take the first one, x minus 3, and you put it across the top. Then you're going to make a square, kind of like a Punnett square that you guys have been working on in science, right? Like this. So then you're going to go like this and like this with that, where the x goes with the first and the negative 3 goes with the second. Then you're going to line up the 4x minus 5 going this way. Then you're going to multiply each term. So 4x times 1x in this box. What's 4 times 1? 4x. 4x squared. Okay. Then we're going to go this one. 4x times negative 3. Negative 12x. Then we're going to go this way. 1x times negative 5. And then negative times 5 times negative 3. And then when you do it this way, the like terms will always be the diagonal this direction, okay? Not diagonal the other direction, only this direction. So negative 5x and negative 12x are going to be my like terms. And so I know 4x squared is going to be what I start with. Negative 5x plus negative 12x is negative 17x. And then plus 15 is the end. This is the final answer. So there are two methods. You can use FOIL or you can use the box method. Either one is fine. Now, the box method, the reason I like showing this is because we are going to eventually be multiplying trinomials by trinomials and trinomials by bigger polynomials, right? And so this one keeps it a little bit more organized than this does, okay? That's the only reason. Whatever way you want to do, I'm okay with. All right, so that's doing this. Good? Is everyone good on that part? Okay, for the video, we're going to skip the second problem and we're going to move on to the next one, which coincidentally is multiplying a trinomial by a binomial. And this is why a lot of times, so now the FOIL method gets a longer and it takes a little bit more time. So I'm going to show the box method on this one, but I will use the lesson check to show the FOIL method, okay? So yes?
How are you gonna, if it's first outside, inside, how are you gonna get it?
So that's why it falls apart a little bit, right? It's more than FOIL. They don't have like a acronym for it when it's bigger than that, but it's the same idea of the do-si-do idea. Each girl dances with each boy. Each one in this one has to be multiplied by each one in this one. Every combination has to be multiplied. All right, so box method, though, does keep it a little more organized. The first one goes across the top. Second one goes across the side like this. All right, now in this case, right, it is going to be a rectangle because this one has more terms than this one. And that's okay, and I want to show you this because then there's going to be more than one set of like terms also. So using this method, right, here we go. 2x times 3x squared gives us 6x to the third power. Now I'm going to go 2x times positive 1x for this one, giving me 2x to the second power. Then 2x times negative 5 to complete this top one is going to give me negative 10x. Okay, now I'm going to do the bottom row. 3x squared times negative 7 is going to give me negative 21x squared. 1x times negative 7 is going to give me negative 7x. And finally, negative 5 times negative 7 is going to give me positive 35. Okay, the first term is going to remain our first term, and it's going to be in order, which is kind of nice, right? As long as they're written in order, right, in standard form. If they're not, then you can rearrange them so they are. All right, now the second term, just like before, these are diagonal going this way. This is going to be our like terms. We got to put negative 21x squared together with positive 2x squared to give us positive 19x squared. That's our next term. And then we're going to do a second set, right? This negative 7x is diagonal in the same direction as the negative 10. So this one was, if you wanted to write it here, you could, 19x squared. And then negative 7x and negative 10x, if we put those together, give us negative 17x. That's our next set. And then finally plus 35. And then all the like terms are taken care of, leaving us with a what kind of nomial? Polynomial. We don't have a quadrinomial. They stopped naming them after try. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Could you use the quote unquote FOIL method with this? Kind of, right? But if there's more than a first, outside, inside, last now, you just have to make sure, you would have to make sure each number in one side multiplies with each term, I should say, in the other side. Does that make sense? Okay. And then you have to add like terms.
Wait, Miss Richard.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be negative 19?
Oh, yep, sorry, that is a negative 19. Thank you. This is negative. Thank you for correcting me. Negative.
And negative 17.
Oh. Nope, that's negative also. Sorry, when I was writing it, I got too excited. Thank you for correcting me. Okay, that's the gist of the lesson.